I'm deadlifting close to 600 pounds. Everything's awesome. I'm the man. And, you can tell yourself, you can rationalize a lot of your behaviors.
Discipline is rooted in the truth. Discipline is rooted in the lies that we tell ourselves.
And you know what, man? We are very good at lying to ourselves and believing our own hype. Mm-hmm. And, being able to finally realize I'm not going to be able to do this on my own. I got to get out of my own way and get, this isn't working, get guidance, get support, get, a plan and actually follow it. Don't just shiny object and jump around, which I've been doing my whole life. Mm. And spending that next 6-8 months, year to literally reverse the sickness I was putting on myself. I looked around the table at the 13 other guys that I was assigned with, and I watched them all get worse over the year. They saw me bring my food. They saw me do my thing. They saw me go from not having a vein in my arm, complaining about my bad genetics and deep veins, to being vascular, to having abs, to doing all this stuff, and they just got worse over the entire time. And I came home to Ann and I said, "Who's doing this for us? Who's here for us?" And the answer was no one. So I said, "We'll do it. We'll start doing it." And it was one brother at a time. Hey man, you cover this shift for me, and I'll do some coaching for you. Work for me here, I'll do some coaching for you. And it just started like that. Like, how do we be the change we want to see? And from that, it just escalated to the point where we were partners in another organization, doing coaching, going back and forth between where we live now, Vero Beach, to where we were living at the time in Lakeland. And it got to the point where we had to make a decision. And we just couldn't handle 100-hour weeks anymore. Bookending, working a 24-hour shift, commuting 2.5 hours, spending the week working there. She was training people in person in the gym, driving back to work another 24 to repeat it again. It just was untenable. Yeah.
But that is necessary when you're going from one thing to the next. Most of the time, well, especially when you're starting a business, people don't 100%. Understand that when you're starting a business, unless you can go get a loan for $500,000, so that way you can cover your living expenses for a couple of years while your business doesn't make profit for the first 2 to 3 up to 5 years. Like, that's what's required is 100-hour work weeks of your regular job, and then also actually building a business to the point where you're like, okay, well, if I don't make this transition, I'm going to actually hurt my business.